Do yourself a favour. Stand by for the Countdown Spectacular.
That happy family is back.
Well, I'm tired of being treated like a servant around here.
Hey, servants don't get to sleep with their boss.
Lucky them.
Such an ordinary family. But when a cleaner's employed, life changes.
She's folded my underpants into a swan.
My Family, 8 o'clock Wednesday.
It's Britain's iconic image. But what is the Queen's Cavalry all about?
It's a very bold, confident, strong statement.
OK, so reassess the saddle situation.
We do everything we can to ensure that what we're doing is excellent.
I've never ridden a horse before.
Get the inside story.
I think he'll probably eat me.
Straight from the horse's mouth. The Queen's Cavalry, 8 o'clock Tuesday.
Kiss. Thank you.
In 2007, join the Adelaide Symphony Orchestra for a grand musical journey from Burt Bacharach to The Wizard of Oz, a Sibelius festival to Mahler's gigantic Resurrection Symphony. There'll be stars like Herbie Hancock, Roger Woodward, as well as the music of Queen, Nat King Cole and Frank Sinatra. Enjoy all this with an ASO subscription. Call for a brochure or visit our website.
The Walkley Awards are not just recognition of journalistic excellence. They are the awards that are judged by industry peers. ABC thanks our many finalists for continuing their tradition of professional and ethical reporting.
The winner of the 2006 Gold Walkley, Lynn Buckfield, Peter Cronau, Liz Jackson.
And we congratulate our winners for their excellent contributions to Australian journalism.
Good evening. Last-minute lobbying over Labor's leadership is continuing, with both contenders confident of victory in Monday's ballot. Challenger Kevin Rudd says he's better placed to lead Labor to victory. Kim Beazley says he's counting on his 26 years of experience as a minister and Labor leader.
I am not even beginning to contemplate a loss. I'm confident of winning.
It's giving a fresh face to the vision of a fair go for Queenslanders, for Australians, and to give them hope and opportunity for their futures.
Mr Beazley says he'll keep Kevin Rudd and Julia Gillard on the front bench if he wins. The mother of Private Jake Kovco has rejected a Defence Department report that her son died while skylarking with his gun. Judy Kovco says DNA found on the gun was not properly explained and has called for a coronial inquiry. The Defence Department was today making no further comment about the Kovco finding. The body of the Black Hawk pilot, Captain Mark Bingley, has arrived back in Townsville. 200 soldiers formed a guard of honour as his casket was carried from the plane. 7 injured survivors of the Black Hawk crash in which he died arrived shortly afterwards on another aircraft. The Air Accident Investigation Team is now reviewing closed-circuit television footage of the crash. The video may be released when the investigation is complete. A white pointer shark has mauled a 15-year-old boy's leg off Western Australia's south coast. The 4.5-metre shark savaged the teenager while he was body surfing. He's in a serious but stable condition in hospital. In Beirut, hundreds of thousands of Hezbollah supporters have taken to the streets, vowing to bring down Lebanon's pro-Western government. Hezbollah says it will continue its protests until the government of Prime Minister Fuad Sanyoura falls. But the government says it will resist any attempt to install a Syrian-backed Hezbollah regime in Lebanon. And hundreds of people have been killed in mudslides in the Philippines. At least 2 villages near a volcano southeast of Manila were buried in a torrent of mud and rock triggered by torrential rains. Authorities say nearly 400 people were killed and thousands more have been left homeless. And a strong performance from England's batting attack has put the visitors well on top on the second day of the Ashes. Collingwood hit 206, the first double century from an Englishman in Australia for 70 years. England declared at 6 for 551. In reply, Australia lost the early wicket of Justin Langer. Now the weather in the capital cities tomorrow. Brisbane and Sydney, a little rain. Canberra, fine. Melbourne and Hobart, a clearing shower. Adelaide and Perth, fine. Darwin, a late storm. And I'll be back with more news just after 10 o'clock.
What's under the Christmas tree this year?
I've got to go and get your present.
Where? Where are you going?
I'll be in the $2 shop.
Oh.
Comedy to put the ha-ha-ha into your ho-ho-ho.
I can't believe what a complete hoe I look in this dress.
8:30 Wednesday.
Michael Bublé!
Desperation and drama.
That's it, Brett. I want a divorce. Divorce.
Glitz and glamour.
Costume? Oh, no. Nobody told me. Oh, I would have put something funny on.
Kath and Kim.
Kim, bite your tongue or I'll come over there and bite it for you.
Back by popular demand. The Kath and Kim Code. 8:30 Wednesday.
All the players felt that they'd been sold up the river by the administrators.
From trials and tribulations.
There was definitely, from 1960, an idea that players with illegal actions had to be eliminated from the game.
No ball.
On to fun and celebrations.
Bill Lowry ran out of the room laughing that much he couldn't move.
And I can assure you we had quite a bit of Veuve Clicquot that night to celebrate.
Cricket in the 60s, 9:20 Tuesday.
He's out! Bullens have always been very proud of their elephants and very proud of their relationship with their elephants. They've adopted a family-type attitude towards their elephants.
Their children seemed destined for a life in the ring.
Ta-da!
Till their mother gave away the circus.
They never spoke about Alzheimer's in those days, but maybe she suffered from that.
Now a new generation take animal training to wildlife parks and film sets. The Bullen Family on Dynasties, 8 o'clock Monday.
I suppose everyone has at least one, but most of us, we've got many. Hi, I'm Mef Warhurst. How do you work out your favourite album of all time? Well, from thousands and thousands of entries, we've tallied the votes to see what you've nominated as Australia's favourite album of all time. So join me and some very special guests for my favourite album, the ultimate countdown of memories and music.
My favourite album, 7:30 tomorrow.
I wonder if it'll be something I can dance to.
Due to our very special presentation of the Countdown Spectacular, tonight's episode of The Bill will not be shown. All the action from Sun Hill will continue on Tuesday night at 8:30 and will return to Saturday nights next week.
On. But is it all getting too much for Charlie and Simon?
I'm the one who's put myself through agony.
Preparation Meltdown. Race to Dakar. Thursday, 8:30 on ABC.
I'm getting anything, going home.
Don't move a muscle.
It's PC Hardy in pursuit.
The Bill is next.
Police!
Last time, war broke out on the UN.
Put the weapon down. Weapon down.
Don't hit the police kid.
Mr. Darcy.
Excuse me, good lady. Are you in need of a man with a great fortune?
And Bunnings?
Bang, bang, knocking in.
Who will they target next on the Chasers' War on Everything? 9 o'clock Wednesday. Important questions.
What's the trademark skin colour of Marvel Comics' Incredible Hulk?
And lots of silliness.
You and me, we just...
On the Einstein Factor, 6:30 tomorrow.
Hello.
Well, your mum's going to have a lovely Mother's Day.
Why?
On Four Corners, how to win developments and influence people.
I've got a feeling that this is going to be pretty serious.
What's at stake? Lots. Money,
Liz Jackson reports on abuse of power and the dark art of lobbying.
Make you think at all?
It sure will. Four Corners, 8:30 Monday.
Good evening. The Prime Minister has revealed his agenda for a nuclear future for Australia. The government plans to reverse laws banning nuclear power and is committed to more research into next-generation reactors.
If we're fair dinkum about this climate change debate, we have to open our minds to the use of nuclear power.
And after a heated debate at its national conference, Labor has narrowly passed a motion scrapping its long-standing policy of no new mines. Federal Labor's workplace relations policies have been passed by the National Conference with little resistance from unions. Despite opposition outside the conference, the new industrial relations platform was endorsed without amendment. The Labor leader Kevin Rudd has promised to double the number of protected conditions to 10 if elected. Beaconsfield survivors Brant Webb and Todd Russell made a star appearance attacking the government's work choice laws. The United States has claimed a breakthrough in its fight against terrorism with the arrest of one of al-Qaeda's top planners. The Pentagon has revealed it's transported Abdul Hadi al-Ariki to Guantanamo Bay. The news came as authorities in Saudi Arabia announced they'd foiled an al-Qaeda plot to crash planes into military bases and oil installations. More than 170 suspects were arrested during the anti-terror sweep. The classical music world is mourning the loss of cellist and conductor Mstislav Rostropovich. Considered one of the greatest cellists of all time, the Russian maestro was an international symbol of the fight for artistic freedom under Soviet rule. He was 80. The weather in the capital cities. Tomorrow, showers and storms in Melbourne, mostly fine in Sydney and Darwin, showers forecast elsewhere. More news at around 9:20.
It's the lifeblood of the modern world.
I love oil. I think it's one of the most important materials in civilization.
It flows through the fabric of our lives.
Some drip of oil has entered into almost everything we do.
But what do we really know about crude? And when is it going to run out?
Well, I claim that our grandchildren are going to look at us and say, you burned all that oil?
From the ABC's award-winning science unit comes a film the world's been waiting for.
We're doing something which will have consequences that we don't like.
Now we face the second half of the age of oil, when this stuff declines.
Coming soon to ABC. Crude.
Tomorrow's a night of adventure and entertainment on ABC.
This is marvellous.
Robin's outclassed by a copycat.
The Night Watchman.
And it could spell the end for our hero.
We will bring Robin Hood to justice. I must clear my name.
But you won't believe who the imposter is.
Well, do you want clever or really clever?
Then it's time to kick up your heels.
You have a lovely voice, and I want to launch you on the show band scene.
If you enjoyed Blackpool...
I have our new singer.
And The Commitments...
She's aboard.
You're going to love show bands.
No, that's the show.
Great family viewing is back on ABC tomorrow.
Do you have a bad feeling about this?
I don't have a particularly good feeling about this.
They're back.
Remember me?
Old dogs.
They're not performing seals, sir.
With a few tricks still up their sleeves.
Breakthrough. With a small b.
Amanda Redman, Dennis Waterman, James Bolam and Alan Armstrong.
Now that's interesting.
Timeless drama.
Wouldn't this be easier if I just rang the doorbell?
Would Spencer Tracy ring the doorbell?
New tricks, 9:25 tonight.